Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 7 is here. Already week 7. I can't believe it. Last week I went 2-2. I did hit my 3-team teaser. And it was a weird week because every favorite hit except for Philadelphia. So if you would have played all the favorites last week, you would have did really good. So totally weird. In the pools last week, who won? I did. I won the pool last week. I had 95 points. But Bridgewater's Finest is still in the lead. What happened to his videos? I don't even know. I used to love and enjoy watching his videos, but he's more in the CFL this year. But he's on the lead of 446 points in him. Too bad I can't steal some of his picks. RR Sports, known leader's been, he's always in the top, 422 points. And Hatbox, another NFL prognosticator, 411 on third. Me, I did move up since I did win last week, and I'm up to 15th place on 339 points for the week. That being said, the bye for this week's are Chicago 4-2 and Dallas at 3-3, which they got destroyed by Detroit last week. Yay! Anyways, the alternate helmets, the only one they got listed. I know last week they had some alternates that wasn't on the list, so I don't know how that works. You know, I'm just trying to pick up whatever I can. But the Green Bay Packers is going to actually have first-time alternate, like ever. I think they had the all yellow helmet one season for alternate, but this year they got the white helmet, the snow-capped, like, you know, Broncos. The snow-capped helmet. Packers, all it is just a yellow helmet. I mean, a white helmet. All it is a white helmet right there. So, that being said, let's get on with the show. My number 1 pick of the week, we got the Seattle Seahawks travel to the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are a 3-point home favorite. Seattle won the last 2 in Atlanta. But they're going to, you know, make sure they don't do it again this third time. Atlanta's been pretty hot. They are 4-2 on the year. Seattle's dropped their last 3, as to Seattle's won their last 3. So they're on a roll, 3 wins versus 3 losses. The average Atlanta, so the Atlanta offense average play is 6.1 yards per play. Amazing. So yeah, Kirk Cousins in Atlanta got something to prove. So give me the Atlanta Falcons -3. My number 2 pick of the week, we got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers are a 1-point home favorite. San Francisco, number 2 offense this season underneath the Baltimore Ravens. Kansas City Chiefs are 4-1 ATS. They're doing pretty good. San Francisco's 3-3 ATS. So. But, you know, the big thing on this Kansas City team is the injuries right now. Pachenko's out. They got Rashee Rice is out. Marquise Brown is out. So a lot of key players with a lot of injuries. So they had the week off last week. So Kansas City has won the last 4 matchups, including Super Bowl 54 and 58. So you know, I know Christian McCaffrey's still on IR with the 49ers, but I feel a bit of a revenge game on this. You got home field, it's only, you know, 1-point favorite. To me, I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers -1. My 3rd pick of the week, we got the Carolina Panthers traveling to the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are a 7.5-point home favorite. Yeah, Washington last week caught me by the hook. They were 6.5, catching 6.5 points. They lost by 7. But not this week. Carolina Panthers, you know, they won the last time they were played in Washington in 2013. But Carolina Panthers are allowed 203 points this season. 203 points. And then you got this red hot Washington Commanders team coming in. That rookie quarterback, and he's looking good too. And they're 2-0 at home. No doubt the Washington will win by a big margin. So give me the Washington Commanders -7.5. And my fourth pick of the week, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Baltimore Ravens are a 3.5-point road favorite. AFC versus NFC matchup here. The Baltimore Ravens last 5 times they played the Buccaneers have won all 5 times. Tampa Bay scored 51 points last week, but you know, so their offense is pretty steaming. It's just their defense not so much. Baltimore is the #1 ranked offense so far this year. Tampa Bay is 9th, you know, but Baltimore is on a 4-game win streak. Here, I think they'll make it 5. So give me the Baltimore Ravens -3.5. All right, those are my favorite picks. Now on to my 3-team teaser, which I did hit last week. I'm 50% on 3-team teasers. That's not too bad. This week I got the Washington Commanders -1.5. And they are at home. And also at home is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Catching points to get them 7.5 right now. I couldn't believe the Pittsburgh's getting points at home against the Jets. You know, can't kick a field goal. So, and then you got Detroit Lions. They were at +2. I got them at 2.5 this morning, and I bet at 2.5, and I bet Detroit plus. I added a half a point +3, so that looked good. So if you can catch them at 2, it's great. But I saw them currently. Here it is Tuesday afternoon or evening rather, and they're at 1. So. But you had 6 to give them 7 points, so I'll give you the Detroit Lions on a divisional matchup +7. All right, that's all she wrote. Again, some people like to hear my notes for all the games, so let me run these down. We got Thursday Night Football, Denver Broncos traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Denver's 3-3, New Orleans 2-4. What happened to the Saints? They're 2-game win streak, and then a 4-game losing streak. They're just this is a Prime Video game of the week, so if you got Amazon Prime, I guess you can watch this. This game I'm not going to bet at all. I'll watch the game on Thursday night, but Denver's 4-1 in New Orleans the last 5 games. Yeah, so and that's since 1970, so that's like the full rundown. But man, it's just a hard game. You know, I like the Broncos, but I'm not going to put any money on it. I think it was a money line pick. I think there was no spread on it, so you pick your fate, you know. Next, we got the London game where Jacksonville stayed 2 weeks in a row. We got the New England Patriots traveling to London to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars 5.5 points for freaking no way. You know, both these teams are 1.5, 1 and 5. So Jacksonville's second London game. The Patriots win the series outright. You know. Versus Jacks 12-2. But right now the New England Patriots are the #1 public bet. Everybody's jumping on them. But like I said, the Patriots have lost 5 in a row and they're on a rookie quarterback. I don't know, man. 5.5 points is a lot. You know, I mean, if you wanted to tease the Patriots and add 6 points, you got 11.5 points. That's pretty good there if you want to throw them in the teaser. So next game we got the game of the week, in my opinion. You got the Detroit Lions traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit Lions, you know, they're a 1-point road dog. Lions on back-to-back road games this week. The divisional matchup, 4-1 and 4-1 ATS, and Minnesota Vikings are 5-0 and 5-0 ATS as well. Detroit has the #3 offense. You got the Ravens, you got the 49ers, and you got Detroit. And Detroit has the #4 run yards per game. So they got offenses ready to go. Detroit did win last year, other than the quarterback. The other thing that's changed in the Vikings game. T.J. Hawkinson may come back. He's a tight end at Lions, drafted but traded to the Vikings. He's a great. I don't know why they traded him. You know, he's a great tight end, but you know he might come back. Adrian Hutchinson out, leg injury. Hope he makes it back by playoff time. We'll see on that. Minnesota's second in rush defense. They have 11 interceptions on their defense as well. So this is going to be a great matchup either way. You know, it all depends. You know, it's always going to be neck and neck. That's why I got them on the teaser with Detroit +7. I mean, the worst, they're going to lose by 7. So I think it's going to be a great game, and one I'll be watching, you know, every play on. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Tennessee 1-4, Buffalo's 4-2. They played Monday night, so they're on a short week. Buffalo's 8.5-point favorite. That's just a lot of points. And, Tennessee has the #1 defense. You know, they look at it that way. But Buffalo's 2-0 at home. They have not lost a game at all. Like I said, if you want to put Buffalo on a teaser, like 1.5 or 2.5. Yeah, Buffalo won the last 2 in Buffalo against the Titans, but 8.5 points is pretty scary. So next we got the Miami Dolphins traveling to Indianapolis Colts. The Miami Dolphins 2-3, Indianapolis Colts 3-3. Yeah, Miami's 1-4 ATS. But Indianapolis Colts are 5-1 ATS, so you know they're covering the spread. Last matchup in Indianapolis, Miami did win 16-2. Yeah, so looking probably had a low-scoring game at this as well. Tua is still out on IR. Indianapolis Colts is -3.5. You know, not a bad pick. You know, so Miami, just without a quarterback, you know, you can't do nothing. Next, we got the Houston Texans traveling to Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers, so 3-point home favorites. Houston 5-1, another game of the week. Green Bay's 4-2. The NFC North is just dominating. They have no losing teams in the NFC North. Green Bay leads the series 4-1 since 2004. Houston has the #3 defense. Houston's won the last 3 games, and Packers won the last 2 games. But the Nico Collins, wide receiver for Houston Texans, is out on IR. So that might play a pivotal match. This is an AFC-NFC matchup. So Green Bay, you know, it's hard. It's 3 points. Yeah. You know, it's tough to pick. You know, on this one, like I said, another teaser game. You know, I put Houston with the 9 points. You know, it's gonna be a wild game. Next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati Bengals are 5-point road favorites. Yeah. Cleveland has won the last 6 in Cleveland versus the Bengals. Cleveland lost 4 straight these last 4 games, and they're 0-2 at home. They're just a mess. You just can't do nothing. They have not scored. You'd be lucky if they scored 20 points in a game. It's unbelievable. And then they have no offensive touchdowns. So last week, the only offensive touchdown they had was a field goal kick, blocked field goal kick rather. So you know you can't really trust them. But you know, 5 points. Cincinnati's not blowing the doors off anybody. They're only 2-4, so they got a losing record. I mean, the Patriots went into Cincinnati and beat them. So, yeah, 5 points. But and the Bengals are on back-to-back road games on top of that. So, yeah, game I stay away from. Divisional matchup. So, next we got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the New York Giants. New York Giants won the last matchup last year, 27-10 in New York. A.J. Brown did come back for Philadelphia last week and did play. They got their wide receivers back. They're playing pretty decent. They're, like I said, they're the only team that didn't cover as a favorite last week. But Philadelphia is the #2 public bet, so a lot of people are betting on them. This year, the Giants are 0-3 at home. So, yeah, it's a small price to pay. You know, I definitely probably play the Eagles -3, so not a bad deal. If it was like 5 or 6, I said no, but divisional matchup, 3 points, why not? Next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to LA Rams. Raiders 2-4, Rams 1-3. Yeah, Rams just coming off a bye. They needed it too. They had a lot of injuries. Puka Nacua, a wide receiver for the Rams, still on IR. They might get Cooper Kupp back, this week. I'm not 100% for sure, but it's looking he might come back. So if you can play this game, it's only 5.5 points. The Matt Stafford, the Cooper Kupp, yeah, it's definitely a good matchup. This is another AFC-NFC matchup. The Raiders did win the last 3 versus the Rams. To me, Matt Stafford versus Aiden O'Connell, that's just like a no-brainer matchup there. And the Raiders just traded Devontae Adams to the Jets, so they need a wide receiver. So to me, it's 5.5 points ain't nothing, especially to a Raiders team. They're piecing off. So next we got the New York Jets traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets are a 1.5 point favorite. I don't understand this point spread. The Jets are 2-4 and Pittsburgh 4-2. Is somebody injured? I don't even know. But Jets, they just missed all those field goals on Monday night. They're just horrible. Jets won the last 2 meetings in Pittsburgh, or last 2 matchups, 24-20 and 16-10. Pittsburgh rushed 183 yards last week, so they're just pounding on the ground there. The Jets have the number 2 defense, as Pittsburgh has the number 8 defense. Expect a low-scoring game. So yeah, I'd maybe bet the under on this game. But 1.5 points, like I said, I love Pittsburgh at home, a low-scoring game, and taking points. So if you can get that 7.5 points on the teaser, that's the best way to do it. And last but not least, the second Monday night game, we got the LA Chargers traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. Chargers on the back-to-back road games. They are favored 2.5 points. Another AFC-NFC matchup. Chargers 4-1 in the last 5 matchups versus Arizona. Kyler Murray, quarterback versus Justin Herbert. Kyler Murray's a good running quarterback. Last week they're just throwing it over. I had the Cardinals on a super teaser catching 18.5 points, and at the end of the game, all they had to do is just stop them, Green Bay, from running, run up middle, run up middle, run up middle, and couldn't stop them. They went all the way downfield and felt sorry for him and kicked the field goal, knocking it up to 21 points, and I lost that super teaser. That is sad when you got a team plus 18.5 points and lose. So that being said, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody still coming, viewing my videos, and I will see you next week. Peace.